Did you know that even if you don't plan on distributing a Magento module, you should probably still create a composer.json file for it? Magento uses this file for various dependency tracking purposes to keep track of soft and hard dependencies for all modules. If you don't know what the difference is between a soft or hard dependency or when to use one over the other, we're going to go over that right now. Hard dependencies mean that your code cannot function without the code from another module. This means that your module uses direct code from that module. This includes classes, properties, methods, or interfaces from other modules, or it includes calls to database tables that are located in one of these other modules. Hard dependencies must be defined in a module's composer.json file, and they are defined under a require property. For example, let's go to the Magento checkout module under vendor, Magento module-checkout, and then open up its composer.json file. This module contains code that depends on the Magento store module, so its related composer package includes it as a requirement under this require property. The format it should follow is the composer-specific name of the module. This is the name of the package as it is published either on Packagist or on the Magento marketplace. This name is followed by all of the possible version constraints that your code may require. In this example for the Magento checkout module, Magento/module-store is the name of the module as it is published through Magento's package repository, and it defines any version that starts with 101.1. This is a pretty restrictive version constraint, but this is typical with regular releases of Magento, as these releases are quite closely linked to other packages in each release. Most module dependencies are considered hard dependencies. Soft dependencies are still used quite frequently though, and they are a bit different. These occur when you extend another module's configuration with XML or are extending another module's page layout, but the code you write can properly execute without any errors in the event that other module's code wasn't around. This means that your code can function even if the other module you are building on top of doesn't exist or isn't enabled because it doesn't directly use its code or logic. This means that a soft dependency isn't really a requirement. That said, your code would probably still desire the other module to be enabled. Rather than using the require property, you can use the suggest property. This prop suggests packages that will either enhance the code of your module or just work well with it. We can see in Magento's core modules that these suggest values point to specific version constraints, but that's not really how the suggest property was intended to be used. Instead, this value should just be a free-form text value that you can use to explain why it would work well with your module. Rather than defining the 100.4 version as this value for the Magento cookie module, a better value should be stores cookies related to the checkout experience. If we drop into the terminal prompt and run composer suggest, Composer will loop through all of the composer.json files in your project, and if they don't exist, the values of these packages are outputted to the console. These suggested packages hint as to why you would even want to install these packages, so this is how suggest is really intended to be used. You can do the same in your own custom modules. That just about wraps up dependencies defined within composer.json files, but Magento also has another type of definition that many consider or used to consider writing to define a dependency, and that is within a module's module.xml file with a sequence node. Perhaps this was used to define dependencies in older versions of Magento, but these values defined in sequence nodes are used in tandem with the modules that are defined as either hard or soft dependencies in composer.json files. Rather than defining dependencies though, sequence nodes are instead used to control the load order of modules. You want to use sequence nodes when the load order of code is important. For example, say you'd like XML files merged in a specific way, patch scripts executed in a strict order, or the dependency order resolution of classes is very meaningful, and if the order is not set up the right way, it could change the execution or output of your program. The code of this Magento checkout module makes sure that the code in the Magento sales, quote, and catalog inventory modules all load first, which changes the execution order of the code. This load order is important, especially if you are writing code containing plugins or interceptors or class preferences. For example, if you wanted to create an around plugin and one or more of these modules created a similar around plugin for the same class method, the Magento checkout plugin would actually have the final say in things, because the code for the sales, quote, and catalog inventory plugins would be executed first. Note that this is a potentially cyclical process. So if we hop over to the Magento sales module and look at its module.xml file, we will see that it in turn relies on the execution of these 5 other modules before its code executes. These sequence nodes essentially build a giant tree of nodes, which determine the sequence of how all modules in Magento are loaded. And if the sequence node isn't defined in a module.xml file, the order of the module is meant to be non-deterministic, which is just fine and preferred if the load order of your module is not important. I really hope you learned something new today. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel so I know to create more videos just like this. And if you want to really deep dive and learn more about Magento, check out my Magento 2 Coding Kickstart course, which was just recently updated for the most recent version of Magento 2 and PHP 8. Even if you have no or very little experience with the framework, it will bring you up to speed and teach you all of the core concepts of Magento to make you extremely productive in very little time. And until next time, keep coding.